Thank you for watching. This video is going to be I don't want to say short, but it's going to be covering one example, has different parts, but one example of conditional statements, so of a conditional statement. So first off, if you've not heard of a conditional statement, at least in the context of a geometry class, so we're going to be learning this to do if-then stuff, of a conditional statement is a statement that have a condition for something to happen, right? So conditional condition, something is not going to happen in this statement unless this other thing is happening. So there's a condition that has to be met in order for something to happen else, something else to happen. So is this statement going to be true? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Right? There could be false statements. People say false things all the time. People also say true things. So some of these might be true. Some of these might be false. Let's get into this. Now you will always, when you're given a conditional statement and you're doing the converse, inverse, contrapositive of that statement, you're always going to give a starter statement. Now in that starter statement, you will be given a hypothesis, and you'll be given, and we're going to let P be the hypothesis, and you'll be given a conclusion. Right? So if something happens, the hypothesis is if something happens, then something else will happen, which is the conclusion. So if this happens, then this happens. And P will stand for the hypothesis, and Q will stand for the conclusion. Okay? So the original conditional statement is if P then Q, right? If P then Q. So if the hypothesis happens, then the conclusion will happen. Okay? Doesn't have to be true, doesn't have to be false, but we can make a sentence out of it. Now we can. Is it sometimes silly to write an incorrect sentence? Yes. Right? Usually we try not to do that, especially in English class, right? We wouldn't want to be spewing false statements all around, right? But for the sake of this, the point is just to be able to write it in the order that the conditional statement tells you to. So we're given this conditional statement. We're given the hypothesis, if it is sunny, and then we're given the conclusion, then it is raining. Okay, so if it is sunny, then it is, then it is not raining. If it is sunny, then it is not raining. Is that always true? I mean, I don't know. Has anybody ever been outside? Have you been outside and it's been sunny, but it's raining? Usually that also involves a rainbow. That's how rainbows happen, is when sunlight hits the rain and creates a rainbow through light, fraction? I don't know. Anyways. So that's not always true. If it's sunny outside, it actually can be raining and sunny at the same time. So this would actually be false. That's not always true. Okay, so you're going to start with that initial sentence, that initial conditional statement, which is really important, right? We need to identify this is P, this is Q. Okay, this whole thing here is P, and this whole thing here is Q. Okay, now we're going to use that to form this next sentence. So now what we're going to do is we're going to write if Q, then P, and that is the converse, right? The converse flips it. We're going to flip the two statements, the two parts. We're going to flip the hypothesis and the conclusion. Basically, this hypothesis is going to become the conclusion, and this conclusion is going to become the hypothesis. So what this will be is, if it is not raining, then it is sunny. I don't know about any of you, but if it's not raining, doesn't mean it has to be sunny. Can't it be dark outside and not raining? Can't it be, I mean, it could be pitch dark. There could be an eclipse. It could be pitch dark and it can not be raining. So just because it's not raining doesn't mean it's sunny, right? It not raining does not mean it's sunny outside. So this is also false. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Time to get out of this classroom for sure. So that's false. Now, important, remember this was actually Q. And this was P, right? So we did if Q then P. So if Q then P. Well, what's an inverse statement? An inverse statement is a little tilde P implies a little tilde Q. Now, what that little symbol means, that tilde symbol on a keyboard, means not. So this means if not P, then not Q, right? We're going to inverse it. We're going to do the opposite of, right? We're going to invert it. So you kind of, I don't want to say you just throw knots into it because grammatically that sometimes doesn't work. But we're going to use this original P, right? Not P. So if it is not sunny, then, see, now this is where throwing knots into it doesn't necessarily work. This says, Q says it's not raining. Well, what's not raining? Raining. So then it is raining, period. So what we've done here is we did a not, right? We put a not, then it is not raining. Well, or you can just think about it instead of not, I don't know, a little confusing, is what's the inverse of not raining? Raining. What's the inverse of it being sunny? Not being sunny, right? So these are actually, this is the inverse These are the inverse of both of these, right? This is the inverse of P. This is not sunny. It was sunny. In the very beginning, it was, if it is sunny, then it is not raining. Now it is, if it is not sunny, then it is raining. Well, is that true? If it's not sunny, is it raining? If it's dark outside, is it raining? No, that's not true either. This is just an all-around super false statement. Right? If it is sunny, then it is not raining. Well, that's not true. It can rain while it's sunny outside. If it is not raining, then it is not sunny. Well, it can not be raining at nighttime, or then it is sunny. Just because it's not raining doesn't necessarily mean it's sunny outside. It could be cloudy, just not raining. Overcast, right? Gosh, I'm gonna yawn again. Son of a gun. Oh, get it together. All right. And then inverse statement is if it is not sunny, then it is raining. Well, if it's not sunny, that could be nighttime or it could be overcast. Doesn't necessarily mean it is raining, right? Now we have one more statement. So we've done the conditional, right? We've done the converse, we've done the inverse. Now the very last one is a contrapositive. Now contrapositive, and actually let's come down here so we can see the conditional statement, right? It's really important to remember the original conditional. So a contrapositive flips P and Q and does the inverse. So it's like inverse and flip, right? You're going to flip it and you're going to inverse it. So what is Q? What is Q? Well, Q is, it is not raining. So Q is, it is not raining. Well, what's the inverse of it is not raining? It's raining. So if it is raining, then, okay, so I've done the inverse of Q. The inverse of Q is it is raining, because originally it is not raining. The inverse of it, it is raining. Okay, now what is the inverse of P? P says if it is sunny. It is sunny. So what's the inverse of it is sunny? It is not sunny. It is not sunny. Right? So we have Q on this side. Except for really important, this is not Q. This is the inverse of Q. And then over here we have it is not sunny. And that is the inverse of P. So we got the inverse of Q, which it is raining because it wasn't raining. Now it is raining. And we got the inverse of P, which it was sunny. Now it's not sunny. So if it is raining, then it is not sunny. If it is raining, then it is not sunny. If it's raining, can it be sunny? Sorry. The last yawn because I'm about to end this video and get out of here. All right. This is false for the same reason that this one was false. If it is sunny, it can be sunny and raining. It could also be raining and sunny. Or, yes, so it can be raining and sunny, which means this is false because it says if it is raining, it's not sunny. That's not true. It can be raining and sunny. It can be sunny and raining. Doesn't have to not be raining just because it's sunny outside. Hence how we, like I said, get rainbows. All right, so false. Now, you can argue with me. These are conditional statements. Some of these, some students, some people have valid points of why they think it would be true. Some people might have a valid point of why they feel that when it's raining, it's not sunny. To them, it's not sunny. To me, I feel like there can be sunshine through the clouds when it's raining, which causes rainbows. And that's, I feel like that can happen. Now, some people might think, oh, well, there's too many clouds still. It's raining. There's too many clouds. It can't be sunny. I don't think so. And then these might be true. But I'm going to go with false. Now, a really important thing, if you want to, you could pause the video and write this down as notes. So these are the conditional statements, right? The conditional is if P, then Q. The converse is if Q, then P. The inverse is if the inverse of P, then the inverse of Q. And the contrapositive is if the inverse of Q, then the inverse of P. All right, so P is the hypothesis, Q is the conclusion. Both of these are based off of the original, right? These are based off the original. And then the little tilde symbol means not. All right, so thank you for watching. A lot of words, definitely a lot of words for math class. I know that, but the point is we're going to be doing if-then statements for math, and it's a little easier to learn them with basic sentences, right? If I throw you out a if-then sentence about geometry and triangles and parallelograms, it might not be so easy to understand this, right? We're going to teach this with basic sentences, and then we'll teach the geometry part once you learn this and tie it together, okay? So thank you for watching. Hope this video was helpful in you completing your work or understanding conditional statements. So thank you.